Right, do you know I'm quite exhausted now. Video number 4 today. Friday the 31st of October. For those of you who are wondering, incidentally, about my foot, which I said in the video the other day that I had to keep it up, I burnt it. For those of you who aren't on my Facebook. It is starting to hurt at the minute, actually. I can basically only keep it down for a few minutes at a time. Although that's better than yesterday when I could only keep it on the floor for about 3 seconds at a time. So I'm not going to go into details because it wasn't my finest hour, but yes, I shall be off to see the health centre again shortly. Anyway, my friend with the burger van phoned me today. Oh, right, here we go. Oh. And as my dear departed father used to say, son, if you wish to bully and intimidate people, don't be not answering the calls when they phone you up, because it makes you look weak. And this is what's happening, because my mate phoned Ian Shaw, who, as some of you will remember from the video, I think I called it the council or police officers now, question mark. Mr. Shaw popped round to my mate's burger van one day and demanded to start knowing things like his middle name and his date of birth, and then took a note of his registration plate, and then said, we're going to have you in court and all this, and blah 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 blah. And of course it's not happened. Not since the completely fixed court hearing of a bed judge and a very expensive barrister, which was prior to this chap popping round. So he phoned them up yesterday to speak to him, and said, is Ian Shaw there? The receptionist said, oh yes, who's calling? So he said his name. Oh, I'll just put you through. And then came back and said, oh, I'm sorry, he's unavailable to take a call right now. Listen, guys. Oh, this is killing me. If you want to play the hard man, you know what I mean? You've got to keep it up. You can't just give up halfway through. Oh dear, oh dear. And as I've said previously, I'm sure my mate will have the bloody head of Parks and Gardens down there soon demanding that he pays his trading licence. Right, let's make this clear for once and for all. I mean, I had to get that story in, obviously, and get it out on its own separate platform, so to speak. Well, let's make this clear once and for all. Huntingdonshire District Council have never had the proof they can charge for trading licences. They've been stealing from the taxpayer for 30 years. They can find none of that money in their accounts, and a bent police force are protecting them under order of the government. That's why there's a media blackout on this. What I'm going to say is, guys, if you don't start getting this right, because in the last 5 years you've probably spent 50 grand trying to brush this under the carpet, and that's no exaggeration. Minimum 50 grand, I'd say, with at least 2 court appearances. In fact, twice the council have taken my mate to court. Once the police have taken him to court. The police started proceedings against me, so that would have cost money, and then dropped them all. And plus, we know you've had meetings and phone calls and emails and all that. So this has cost you guys a goddamn fortune, and that's taxpayers' cash, and that really pisses me off. But you can spend as much as you want on this. It's never going away. So I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, given there's an election coming up, do you know what? 10 Downing Street are just going to drop you guys right in it, I swear on my life. I don't know why they haven't done yet. But I tell you what, lads, if you don't get this sorted shortly, they're going to pull the fucking media blackout, they're going to tell the police to investigate, and all bloody hell's going to break loose. And that's if something else, another house of cards hasn't collapsed in the meantime. Why don't you just for once tell the truth about something? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. Ian Shaw. As cowardly as the rest of them. Likes to act tough when he's got his little council badge. When he's got his mates backing him up. But he won't answer his phone. Oh, I love him. Poor boy. Probably scared. Oh, right. That's it for now.